Well, good afternoon, and here we go. We're ready for the BUCS 2026 Lacrosse Championship Final, starting off with the women's match, which is of course a rematch from last year. Nottingham looking to retain their title and win a fourth crown in 5 years, and they play Exeter, hoping to at last get their hands on that BUCS Championship after being losing finalists in 2023 and 2025. So it's a fascinating matchup, and we are raring to go here in Loughborough. It's very exciting to see the teams coming in to applause. Of course, you know, the travel down from Nottingham, a short hop across relative to Exeter in the southwest. Just get fantastic excitement building up, and you see it more and more every year right across all sports at BUCS competitions. On social media, the teams come out on Instagram and they post the results of the semi-final, telling everyone associated with the club that we are through to the championship final, and we're going to compete for glory on BUCS Big Wednesday. And then the day arrives sooner than you think, and there's a lot of emotion that goes into this. Of course, there's a lot of seriousness as well, and the tactics and the game faces are on right now. But as well as that, you have to remember that these athletes have great enjoyment, these lacrosse players, from just being part of these teams. And that's one of the reasons why so many people I can see have come along to watch and support. And yes, so Exeter, for them this title has been a little elusive, and for Nottingham, they say on their website that they are wanting to be the #1 university for lacrosse in the UK. And particularly on the women's side, those titles do add up to that claim in many ways. I'm sure others would try and beg to differ. Certainly Durham have been in very strong, and we'll see them in the men's match against Nottingham later. So you're watching live coverage of the Women's Championship Final, and the teams come out of their huddles, and that's greeted by a round of applause. So I hope you will enjoy the coverage with us over the next few hours or so, the women's match and then the men's, as they get ready to go into their respective areas of the pitch. Music playing, blaring out the speakers to get the teams in the mood. Also, right by the entrance of Loughborough University, and the people, everyone coming in on the main road. This is your first sight, actually, right now, of Loughborough University. It's this championship final between Nottingham and Exeter. So the atmosphere is really oozing out into the town as well, which is lovely. No surprise with Loughborough is, of course, this university and its great sports facilities, one of the real highlights of the East Midlands. So here we go, Nottingham against Exeter for BUCS Championship glory. Finally, we are underway. Nottingham look to come forward strongly here. Harris Johnson. Sydney Onega. So we expect the Nottingham attack really to be very lively. They often are. That's what has helped them be so dominant, not just this year, but over the last few. Of course, you do get that those turnovers in players, but great experience that there is in the Nottingham attack, and lots of international caps right across both sets of teams. So Nottingham in possession in a good area. Sydney Onega, I expect to be a lively presence in Exeter. We'll have to work hard in defence to keep her out. Goalkeeper has to be alert as well. Missed opportunity there for the attacker coming in. Exeter pick up, and perhaps the first opportunity for them to assert the advantage. Of course, they have to get out of a tight situation in defence. Goalkeeper Izzy Middleton is able to offload. Down the left-hand side they go. That pass just didn't quite come off. Really is great to see. On the far side, stacked a wall of supporters there. Many I can see in green and gold. A song, by the way, that was playing while the teams were warming up. Fits well with Nottingham's colours, obviously. So we're seeing a lot of space, a lot of opportunities on this left-hand side for Johnson and Onega. Those two working nicely. Well early on. That shot just a snap wide of goal from Mimi Piercy. Piercy wearing number 28 there, so yes, Sydney Onega, perhaps one of the danger women that we've seen so far, as well as Caris Johnson, who is the club president, by the way. And we have the opening score here, number 22, and it is Johnson. Well, on their social media they say she is the president that goes above and beyond, and she has led by example here. So Nottingham 1, Exeter 0. And you have to say it's deserved. The impression that we've had from these opening few minutes here in Loughborough. Face off to restart. Exeter challenging well there in the air. All getting a bit scrappy, as you might expect. Now Nottingham coming forward here on this right-hand side with Le Ferrière. Round the back, just looking for options. Finds Johnson. Johnson calling a teammate here. Finds Piercy. He had that snapshot just a moment ago. So Nottingham with the only score so far. Here comes Onega running through. To dart our way past the defence. Now the move being made. Warwick's just off target there. In some way she did actually have the time to try and be a bit more precise there. It's a bit of a missed opportunity. Can they take one here? Oh, and it is Onega. Looked like that went over and into the goal. Referee calling that it was outside. Nottingham continue on the attack. Piercy to Warwick on this right. So Onega called back here. Let's see if she can strike. She can! What a start that Nottingham have made as they look to retain this BUCS title. Unrelenting on the attack. And so tough for Exeter, being sucker punched there, and now finding themselves further behind. As we said, a rematch of last year. Nottingham firmly on top. Let's see if Exeter can now respond and rally themselves, because they haven't had too many chances to get into this kind of territory. Just looking for options at the moment, and strong defending there by Olivia Williams for Nottingham. Hairpin for Exeter. with the number 9 vest, now out to the left. He's starting just to build a bit of confidence, you feel. Nottingham will try and disrupt that. A bit of patience and trickery. It's exactly what Exeter need at this moment. Still early in the game. And they were impressive in their responses in making it through to this final, of course. Semi-final was very much on a knife edge, and here is a shot that comes in. The first real attacking opportunity scored by Millie Kant. So that puts Exeter on the scoreboard. 2-1. Well, it just shows you what can happen. And the away side rally themselves to respond. They've done that now. Hoping for a nice fast-paced game that ebbs and flows. Largely been the case so far. Look at the Nottingham midfielders chasing here. Now onto this right-hand side. For Baron. Well, a bit messy there. Close to the goal. In command. There's the Nottingham goalkeeper there. So the side in green and gold with the advantage here. Just looking for options. Floated over just behind the goal. Is there a chance of a shot? There is. So Nottingham do have a third. So Exeter back on after this timeout. They are 3-1 behind here. Approaching the 10-minute mark inside this first quarter. You're watching live coverage of the BUCS Championship final. So Nottingham 3, Exeter 1 in this first quarter. Exeter doing well to get themselves on the score sheet. Of course, Nottingham then going right down the other end and attacking once more. So just aware of the clock you can see on the screen. That's not the official game clock, but we are trying to get that data through. It's been quite a day for these teams travelling down with hail and wind and rain. Conditions settling a little bit more. Glad to say for this match, sun not quite setting just yet, but the fog lights are on. It's a great championship final conditions. Keeper there again, just asserting her authority before offloading. Chan, the 71, one of two goalkeepers in their squad. Coming down the right hand side is Warwick. It's a good blend of assertiveness and patience, just looking for the right option. And finds Sydney Onega. Goes back to Piercy. Music still blaring out the speakers. Finds Onega behind that goal and was free for a moment. Johnson working her way through, and that somehow squeezed in. Just caught the goalkeeper a little off guard. So Nottingham 4, Exeter 1. So it's a 3-goal advantage for the first time in this final. Exeter just have to stay calm here. We saw some good attacking play from them. They had a great season. Even if Nottingham have been just that little bit more dominant, there's great quality in this Exeter side, and is told that everyone has some form of international experience. Running at England under 20 level. On this left-hand side. Now, just played back and forth and then dropped, and Nottingham retrieve. Under real pressure to try and get control of the ball here. Eventually the referee calls a halt. It was Amy Bolton twisting and turning, wearing the number 19 for Exeter, who are 4-1 behind here in the first quarter. So running down this right-hand side, Jessica Collar-Leo for Nottingham. Onega finding herself in space behind that goal. Lovely trickery, and played the ball back and straight in. Carly Sensi with the goal. Nottingham 5, Exeter 1. So that one scored by Carly Sensi, the number 17. And we always knew that Exeter's defence would need to be on its best form, because it is a formidable University of Nottingham attack. The likes of Onega, Sensi, Piercy all have American college experience. And the likes of Caris Johnson, England under 20 capped. But Exeter have got a second here. Another great response. 5-2. Well, in many ways, this was exactly the kind of match that we were hoping for. Wide open, and plenty of goals. Nottingham 5, Exeter 2. And the wind settling and the sun coming out as well. I'm sure it will only be a brief appearance. Who knows what's coming next here in this final? So a rare moment when Nottingham actually trying to get out of defence. Given away there by Chan. Exeter with the team actually playing into the low sun, which might be an issue. Nottingham coming away towards the exit of the University here on this Rubicon pitch. So Nottingham again in a dangerous area, and it's a great save by the goalkeeper. Well done to Izzy Middleton there, keeping the ball out with her legs. Just had to make herself big, as they always say. Exeter straight up down the left. 5-2 behind. On a couple of occasions they've responded quickly and made something out of nothing. Looking to do it again here. can't put them on the score sheet a moment ago. Here's Herpin, the number 9, looking to come inside. And she has done successfully on a couple of occasions. Now surrounding the Nottingham defence. Whether the shot was on there. Oh, and it's given away. Nottingham with space to run into now. Trying to get numbers upfield. Well, that looks to be the end of the first quarter, and Nottingham, of course, looking to do exactly what they did last year and win the BUCS Championship final. At the end of the first quarter, Nottingham 5, Exeter 2. We'll be back in a moment after this.
Showcase how Milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Hacking a punch in attack.
Here's under the post.
Free, tiptoeing on the touchline.
But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough Rugby Parade.
The dream of BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Ready for the start of the second quarter. Here we go. Nottingham leading by 5-2 over Exeter. Nottingham have been so dominant this season, but Exeter have been strong as well. And that's why it was really exciting. Anticipating this red-hot rematch between the two that contested this final last year. Nottingham looking strong so far. Really, it was quick-fire goals shortly after one another. That is the danger, really, as Warwick just with a half slip there, but still had it under control. And now, oh, the space could have been on there. And Naga just dropping the ball. And now she's wrestled to the defender. So a really lively first quarter. It gives the second one something to live up to. Exeter now flowing forward. Kitty Martin goes back and just manages to keep hold of it there. Sophie Ellis. Looking to play behind the goal and given space to do so. So are they going to create a shooting opportunity? Amy Bolton twists and turns. Goes here to Annie Mather, part of the World Championship squad with England. Hasn't been too involved in the game so far, perhaps not as much as she'd like. It's one of their star players, Exeter. So hopefully they can get her involved in this second quarter. That could have been a shooting opportunity. Chan was ready and still is. Weaving through, Mather. Exeter looking very dangerous. And nicely controlled there by Hannah Taggart. Nottingham 5, Exeter 3. Well, that maybe is Exeter's strength, their patience in attack. Nottingham looking that their attack can do hard work, of course, because they're very good at finding space. But nice trickery there from Taggart. Just to drift her way in, and really it was the control, high to low, and into the net. So Nottingham 5, Exeter 3. Got a great view here pitch side. You can see subs very keen to take part at some point, and we will need some fresh legs later in the game if the pace continues as it is now. So Nottingham, good bit of play on this right hand side, again looking for the option. Referee halts play. In any case, Middleton with a fantastic save just as the whistle blew. Coached by Mike Bolster, who has over 30 years of lacrosse coaching experience. What a great head-to-head it is between him and, of course, Mark Armstrong, Nottingham's head coach. He's been coaching since 2015, a former BUCS champion himself, beating Nottingham in that particular final, but now he's firmly green and gold. Of course, Nottingham looking for the double here, and they're looking good in this first of two finals. They lead 6-3. Middleton has played well so far in this game, but it's been tough for her really because Nottingham's attack is just relentless. So we'll try and tighten up defensively because they've leaked 6th at the moment. Did come through a high-scoring semi-final, of course. Nottingham beating Birmingham 21-3. Quarter-final and semi-final, they beat their city rivals Nottingham Trent 13-6. There's always bragging rights in Nottingham as far as lacrosse is concerned. You can ask the men's team as well. So once again, nice space opening up here. Makes the right decision just to recycle. Twist in. Ashby working really hard for Exeter in defence. Now you can see the acceleration and just had to duck out of the way of the stick there. Some of these players will be glad for the whistle to blow just to get a chance to breathe. Tillier waiting here and goes, and a save made by Middleton. She's another that's gaining confidence, but another opportunity again saved by the goalkeeper. Exeter quick downfield, ball is loose and just does enough there. Piercy. Could have been a great opportunity for those in white. Fox coming forward, but the interception made by the hard-working Ashby. Wearing number 5. One of Exeter's better players so far. So Nottingham 6, Exeter 3. Opportunity here for Exeter, saved by Chan and greeted by huge roars from those watching. Exeter building up once more. Number 19, Bolton. 1-2 with Martin. Sophie Ellis involved. Back to Bolton. Good communication. Lucky in respect to the bounce there. Able to retrieve at the second time of asking. Exeter still looking dangerous. We're going to see another goal like how Taggart scored. We are 6-4. A firm reminder, Exeter still very much in this match. In some respects, we have a fantastic quality Nottingham attack, many of which have experience in the NCAAs in America, against an England under-20 capped defence for Exeter. Goals scored by both teams so far, 10, midway through this second quarter nearly. Very vocal Exeter support staff just down by me, calling on their team to use this chance now. They've really fought their way back. 2 goals, the deficit at the moment. Lots of energy from those white shirts. Annie Mather from deep. She twists her way in, tries to shoot. She's blocked twice, and then she scores a fantastic goal. Nottingham 6, Exeter 5. And that's what Exeter had been waiting for. Well, if you watch the first few minutes, you saw Nottingham dominate initially. They really were screwed on. They flew out the blocks, as you might say. You might have thought this would be an easy match, but absolutely not so. Huge credit for the way that Exeter have fought back. 6-5. Hope you've enjoyed BUCS Big Wednesday coverage, whether you've been watching other sports, perhaps you have teammates playing right across Loughborough University, but this is the Women's Championship final. The Lacrosse champions will be decided this evening. Ashby, what a fantastic run this is. She's found herself space. Now looking to further penetrate that back line. Nottingham very much aware of their positions. They do not want Exeter to draw level. Mather, she's come to life in this match. Can't quite find a teammate there. But Exeter do retrieve, crucially. Mather again! Scores again! It's 6-6! Unbelievable! I said a few moments ago that Annie Mather was trying to work her way into this match. And suddenly, she scores 2 quick-fire goals. And Exeter are level. Well, it's a little hard to keep track, isn't it? 12 goals so far, but Exeter were 5-1 down. 5-2, and then 6-3 to Nottingham. And since then, it's been all Exeter. Taggart and then 2 from Mather in recent moments. So now it's over to you, Nottingham. Gauntlet throw down, baton over. With confidence, of course. They can do what they did in the opening minutes on repeat. Kennedy scores 7-6. What a fantastic contest between these two teams. Both brilliant attacking wise so far. So Nottingham lead 7-6 in this second quarter. So Nottingham looking for their 4th crown in 5 years. Exeter hoping to finally claim a BUCS championship after being a runner-up side in 2023 and last year against Nottingham. It's they who come forward on this right. So just to mention that the timer isn't accurate, not the actual game clock. We're in the second quarter. Mather just offloading there. This could be another chance. 7-7. Whatever you can do, we can do. Sophie Ellis closing in there. Mather with the assist, it looked like. Exeter very proud, I know, of their homegrown talent and the England representation that they've had. And it was last month that the England World Championship squad was announced, Annie Mather in it. You have to remember they've won all 10 league matches during the season, averaging over 16 goals a game, which is a formidable record. Exeter doing their best to stop them, at least keep pace with them. Middleton scoops up, but Nottingham come again. Onega. So, end of the second quarter, end of the first half. What a thrilling final it's been so far. Nottingham 7, Exeter 7. Can't wait for what's to come.
Yeah, why do you think it's important that sport's fair?
Because everyone works hard to be professional, so it should be fair, because everyone's worked hard to get to the same place. So it shouldn't be imbalances.
Sport's all about competition, respect, having integrity, and that's what you've highlighted there.
Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
punch in attack.
Here's under the post.
Aubrey tiptoeing on the touchline.
But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough rugby parade.
The dream of the Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Yeah, why do you think it's important that sport's fair?
Because everyone works hard to be professional, so it should be fair because everyone's worked hard to get to the same place. There shouldn't be imbalances.
Sport's all about competition, respect, having integrity, and that's what you've highlighted there.
Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Hacking a punch in attack.
Here's under the post.
Aubrey tiptoeing on the touchline.
But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough rugby parade.
The dream of the Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here.
Yeah, why do you think it's important that sport's fair?
Because everyone works hard to be professional, so it should be fair because everyone's worked hard to get to the same place. There shouldn't be imbalances.
Sport's all about competition, respect, having integrity, and that's what you've highlighted there.
Tonight for the University of Nottingham.
So getting ready for the start of the second half. Nottingham 7, Exeter 7. The teams concentrated in huddles for a moment. Nottingham still are, and they're getting ready to come out. Exeter into formation first. So a very lively first half, as we said. To restart for the second half. So 2 remaining quarters to settle this crown. Nottingham, who've been so consistent in recent years. Exeter, ever the challengers. They've shown great mental strength to get back into this match. And now it comes to crunch time in the second half. Both defences will want to shore up a little bit. Will we see some replacements play a part here? Exeter making the first move in possession in the second half. Mather looking dangerous, and great save by Chan with her foot to stop Exeter from taking the lead. Those in white retrieve. Space opens up for Mather. Shoots straight at Chan though. It's a narrow angle, but you could just see there that the other Exeter attackers had pulled off to the right to try and create space for Mather to run in. I wonder whether we'll see that tactic used time and again, but Nottingham know that she's one of the danger women, one of those that they've got to make sure to stop. But again, Exeter on the attack looking dangerous. Sienna Richardson, number 11. Mather retrieves. And to catch breath. 7-7. And a Taggart, one of the scorers earlier, twisted in. Lovely high to low shot. Doesn't have space to come forward this time. Instead the pass to Bolton. Turns. Goes back now to Richardson. On the right, running forward. Richardson! Does shoot, and Chan does enough to keep it out. Not enough pace on that strike. A dangerous shot came in there. Exeter trying to take the lead, having at one point been 5-1 down. Back to 6-6 and then 7-all. So in this third quarter. Working hard Giving it to Onega, right through Middleton. 8-7 to Nottingham. So first goal of the second half goes the way of those in green and gold. Just managed to retrieve calmly under real pressure, but continues her run forward. Johnson on the right hand side, the club president. She comes inside, forward left, and just saved there by Middleton. Exeter down the left. Jem Thompson offloading there to Taggart. Both teams found plenty of influence on this game. I just wonder how the threat of making a mistake being more crucial in this second half might impact the tactics used. Are we going to see the defences short up a little bit? Are we going to see some tired legs out there? Nottingham forward here. Great save by Middleton. Batted away with a stick. I've also seen the ball be quite loose a few times here. Great space though. Struggle to find an offload at the right time. Another save by Izzy Middleton. Keeping Exeter in this match, certainly. So Nottingham lead by the single goal. 8-7 in this third quarter. Rare foray of the ball into the corner on the far side. Fascinating wide open match that we've enjoyed so far, and it is just impossible to predict how this second half's going to pan out. Really could swing either way, and what a fantastic result it would be for Exeter if they can fight their way back in to beat Nottingham, who've been so strong over the last 4 years. Dawson on this left. Looking for a teammate, finds Onega. She turns nicely. Showed some great skill so far. And there is another goal. It's 9 for Nottingham. Nottingham lead Exeter by 9 goals to 7 in this third quarter. pushed away downfield and out to the right, but no one quite had it under control. Honor Ashby does just about now. Exeter progressing nicely through midfield with Kitty Marvin, one of two sisters here. Marvin might shoot at goal. Chan was there in the right place. She's playing alongside her sister Molly. The game changes for Exeter has been the way that Annie Miller has found a way into this match in an attacking sense. 2 goals, an assist in a matter of moments. Helped her team draw level, having been 5-1 down at one point. And confidence flowing through the veins of those in white. Nottingham have the ability to go straight down the other end and score. 9-7, they lead. Make that 9-8. Kitty Marvin, number 8 on the score sheet. Well, 9-8 was the scoreline in the semi-final, in which Exeter held their nerve to beat Durham to make it through to this final. Exeter this season won the Sixes Championship. Don't forget, that was a victory over Nottingham, who had been 4-3 up at half-time. Exeter stunning in the second half to make it 8-4. As we say, anything could happen here, but I'm sure that will have been on the minds of the Exeter players coming through to this final, that they had managed that this season in the Sixes final. But Nottingham are first to 10. Anna Tillier on the mark. So Nottingham 10, Exeter 8. Certainly a great match for the neutral, isn't it? Coaching perspective, I think there'll be a little bit of frustration of how many goals are being conceded, but as I say, neutrals among you won't complain. So in this third quarter, Nottingham 10, Exeter 8. Once again, some great snaps for the ball. Jess Alexander for Exeter, floating to this left-hand side. Dangerous, and off to Molly Marvin on this right, with her sister, who scored a moment ago, and then Nottingham scored their 10th of this match. Sienna Richardson looking for options, find Millie Kant, another who has scored in this match for Exeter. Tries to play a short one too, but just thought against it there. Now finds Jess Alexander again. Johnson back helping out her team defensively. Millie Kant waits. Coco Harpin. Nottingham doing well just in this last couple of moments defensively. the sort of match where just keeping the opposition out in one phase of play could make something of a difference here. Just crowded out there was Coco Harpin. Again, the referee finds in Exeter's favour. So Harpin, the number 9, given a second opportunity and wide. So lively action continues in this third quarter. Nottingham leading Exeter by 10-8. Millie can't push back. Goes out wide, the right to Molly Marvin, makes the run across behind the goal. Kant now retrieves. Waits, looks for options, Harpin. Teammate just with her. To choose positions carefully. Richardson on the right. Again, they're calling from the sidelines. Good movement here from Exeter. Oh, and ball just dropped there and went towards Chan. Rightfully so, from a Nottingham point of view. And Chan being crowded there, and Exeter really cheering that pressure that was put on their opponents. So those who might come forward once again, they have to make use of this spell of pressure. So that's the end of the third quarter then. Nottingham 10, Exeter 8. So 1 quarter remaining to decide this women's championship final on BUCS Big Wednesday. Don't go anywhere.
Subway knows a good shawarma is what the people want. So how about one on freshly baked bread with traditionally spiced chicken and of course your fave fresh salad, all topped off with a garlicky minty yogurty sauce. Well, it's just landed, the new shawarma spiced chicken, now at Subway.
Proud to be supporting the Milk Every Moment campaign, highlighting the nutritional value of milk and how it can support students in their sporting performance.
To showcase how milk's nutritional values can support student athletes in prep for their event or with recovery.
We're here today to promote some nutritional benefits of milk. You want to have 5 shots to try and hook a vitamin or a mineral.
I hit phosphorus.
And phosphorus is used for the maintenance of bones and teeth.
Winners of the BUCS Super Rugby Milk Championship.
Hacking a punch in attack.
He's under the post!
Free, tiptoeing on the touchline.
But there is so much space here for Oscar Wilson to bury Loughborough Rugby Parade.
The dream of the Super Rugby Milk Championships. If you want the drama, if you want history, well, right here, the BUCS stops here.
Final quarter coming up on BUCS Big Wednesday. Who will be the women's lacrosse champions? Nottingham against Exeter. What a battle we've had so far. Nottingham leading 10-8. 7-7 it was a few moments ago, going into the second half. The goals have flowed their way in. What a battle this is, though, between Matt Armstrong and Matt Molster, and 2 fantastic universities. Nottingham winning the match last year, this exact match. And Exeter beating the same university of Nottingham in the Sixes final earlier this year. Not much between them so far. Massive respect to Exeter for not sinking when they found themselves 3-0 down, 5-1 down. I saw that was the way things were going, but the tie didn't come in. Annie Mather was crucial in helping them get back into the match. 6-6 and then 7-7 and now 10-8. So Nottingham in a great attacking position, but just seemed to float across goal. I think that was a shooting opportunity there for Johnson. So now Nottingham playing towards this right-hand side. Middleton actually did just enough there. Again, it was Johnson and Anega involved who helped Nottingham get off to such a fantastic start in this match. So windy here, there's debris blowing onto the pitch, and one of the officials coming on to retrieve. But the wind is in the sails of Exeter with that latest goal, 10-9. Play there between Kitty Marvin, Coco Harpin, all involved. We're seeing some fresh legs come on now. There's only one goal in it. 10-9. Inside the final quarter. Some real quality on display in this match, particularly in an attacking sense. The scoreline really doing the talking as far as that's concerned. Jess Alexander on the left for Exeter. Plenty of space. Wants to go behind. Now onto the right. The pressure is on. Exeter just need that shooting opportunity, trying to get it to 10-10. Here comes Millie Kant. And she shoots! And she scores! It's 10-all! Exeter just don't know when they're beaten. They are cheering wildly down below me. Slightly anxious faces of those in green and gold on the far side. Outnumbered in terms of support, I think, because those who've come to support the men's team as well, and their cavalry. Great battle. Face off in midfield to restart. 10-10, can you believe it? The tone was set with that semi-final victory for Exeter, 9-8. And the fact that we know that Nottingham have some outstanding talent in attack. We've got Annie Mather, of course, England's senior attacker for Exeter. It's not her who receives the ball, it's Jess Alexander floating her way through. Too easy, too easy. Chan got down quickly. Ball just drifted wide, but that was a great opportunity. The tricky thing is for Nottingham's defence is that time and time again Exeter are finding a way through, but now Nottingham have it once again. Carly Leferriere tries to hold on to it. Phoebe Fox. Jessica Lelio. Calling for it was Carly Sensi on this right. Space is there, but needs to try and find a way to work into it. Millie Kant stays close to her. Anega. Need to get her into the right positions to twist and turn, as she has done so effectively. Anna Dawson well involved, but just loses it there. Middleton has it. Clears downfield to Ashby, one of Exeter's best players on the day. Needs to get some of these final passes right, as they have done so effectively, to continually fight back. Annie Mather, what option will she go for? She goes for Kitty Marvin, who makes it 11-10. Exeter in front. And we know that Nottingham can score in the blink of an eye, but the later you find yourself with an advantage, the less time there is to come back. Obvious, I know, but we're getting to those nervy moments. Mike Armstrong down the touchline with a pad and paper, just seeing his team go behind, and he'll want to see a response. Exeter 11-10 in front in this final. Hannah Taggart. Sienna Richardson. Another remains deep. This proverbial playmaker she's been today, as well as a scorer. Kitty Marvin, she's made real impact. Bolton. Kitty Marvin again. Sophie Ellis. And a strike comes in from Richardson. 12-10. So the first time Exeter have led by more than one. And it's that wonderful patience to wait for the right shooting opportunity. Making sure they're on target and making sure the ball goes past Sophia Chan. Looks very calm down beside me, Mike Molster, the head coach for Exeter. He'll be confident that his team can hold on to this lead. 12-10. Anyways, they'll just want to try and keep hold of the ball. Calling for his team to move on. It's this freedom of movement in these sort of areas where Exeter have just been so dangerous. Richardson. And Kitty Marvin. Given the decision there. Nottingham hassling and harrying, but illegally so, as you could see. Yes, as I say, Exeter beat Nottingham 8-4 in October to win the BUCS Sixes Championship title. And they're well on the way here on BUCS Big Wednesday. Still a chance for Nottingham to have the final say. Mike Molster now shouting for his team to get back. Molster, who coached for 12 years in the American NCAA system, including with Towson, Johns Hopkins and Penn State Universities. Exeter, of course, winning the BUCS Premier South Division title with a perfect record, scoring 207 goals. Two teams who've had fantastic seasons. Brilliant that they face off in this final. And wonderful that it's been so free scoring. 12-10. Exeter lead, minutes left. And they're just keeping hold of the ball. They're doing exactly what you would want to do if you were an Exeter player right now. Just recycling possession. Kitty Marvin. How well has she done in this match? But Nottingham do retrieve. Hannah Tillier coming forward, and she's just wanting options. Marvin with the legs to come back. Tillier does eventually offload the ball to Sensi. Emily Warwick. She recycle back. Piercy is there. Sensi makes herself available. So timeout called. Exeter leading by 12-10. We can see there the Nottingham team really trying to heed the words of Mike Armstrong. They know that their time is running out. Armstrong, who bleeds green and gold, so dedicated to making this team a success. Described as a formidable unit in the England Lacrosse website's preview for this match. And they have been formidable in attack, but they've just let in too many goals. At this moment, it's exactly too many goals, but they still have a chance. As I say, Armstrong, who knows exactly what it's like to win the BUCS Championship as a player. Also coaching into the quarterfinals of last year's World Under-20 Championship in South Korea last August. He was appointed to in 2023. He has the experience of being at the tricky end of international championships. So he's given those last bits of advice for the final minutes of this final quarter. Anega, what can Nottingham do here? Now under a bit of pressure to find these 2 goals. Caris Johnson gets 1 back for Nottingham. 12-11. So how are your nerves, Exeter? Those in white must now try and hold on. But it's just 1 goal. Will they feel they have something to protect? Will they be a little more cautious? Will Nottingham go all out to retain this BUCS title? An incredible championship final. We've been treated here. Nottingham press forward. Johnson without much space. Now they're working hard to stop her. Nottingham so close to the goal. Omega looking menacing. Sensi, another who's scored so far, and drifting in here. Is the ball in? Well, luck just on the side of Exeter there. They still lead 12-11. So have to try and stay calm. Gemma Thompson doing well just to recycle, turn back, keep hold of it. Nice safe pass there. Millie can't. Annie Mather on the left. A lot of anxious faces here as the sun starts to set. 12-11. Millie Kant. So time out called by Exeter in these last few minutes. So the on-screen clock out by 10 seconds or so, I believe. But yes, in the very closing stages here of the final quarter, Exeter 12, Nottingham 11. So Exeter had a dramatic journey to this final, of course, defeating Durham by just 1 goal, 9-8 in the semi-final to book their place here in Loughborough, beating Nottingham 8-4 in that BUCS Sixes Championship final. It was Exeter who was so strong in the second half. Good one here, but just the 1 goal in it. Ulster yelling the commands inside these final moments. Calling on the team to back up and now try and support as the rain comes down here. Coco Harpin on this far right hand side, back to Harpin as Taggart with her. Safe pass, gets the stick up nice and high to collect. Exeter doing what they need to do once again to keep hold. Annie Mather using their international experience just to play well, but then lost by Harpin, gets it back. Surely that is a foul. Well, that's Nottingham not wanting to relinquish their title. And maybe just a little bit of frustration. You could understand it. Nottingham need possession, but they don't have it. Lois Crilly playing what we believe is her final game for the club. That's the case for some of those in their last year. And how much would it mean to win the championship in your last game for your university? The dedication that you've given. Fate isn't quite sealed, but Exeter doing more than holding on. Mather, she'll just run and run and run before offloading, up against 2 or 3. Ulster again yelling at his team to get back. The sub-players bouncing up and down. They're holding hands. They're waiting to celebrate. 12-11, they lead. Hard to hear the referee's commands, but Mike Armstrong wondering what's going on as well. It's windy, it's raining, we've had all kinds of weather here today and all kinds of goals scored. A few remonstrations going on with the officials and coaches. The crucial thing is Exeter are 1 goal up here and they're waiting for the final whistle. Their players, as I say, holding hands, waiting to run forward. Now they can. Exeter are BUCS champions. They were beaten finalists in 2023. They lost to Nottingham last year. They were 5-1 down. Nottingham, a ferocious attack. They couldn't keep them out, but they didn't lose their heads. They were brilliant. Annie Mather with a quick-fire double, the England player who's off to the World Championships, and she has inspired her Exeter team. And just look at what it means with these celebrations. They had to fight back. They didn't know when they were beaten. So in the end, Exeter win the BUCS Championship title. Exeter 12, Nottingham 11. And the players jumping up and down. They were waiting to do that for a good 5 minutes before the final whistle was blown. Sticks have dropped to the floor. No, they'll come back to fight another day. And inside the opening few minutes, it looked as though it just might be a comfortable match for them. Not so. How well have Exeter done here? From Izzy Middleton, who made some fabulous saves to keep that quality attack out. Honor Ashby, so strong in defence, rampaging runs forward from the back. Lois Crilly, one of the captains in her final game. The Marvin sisters, energetic and patient in attack. That's a word used a few times because Exeter made sure not only that they hoped to score opportunistically, but they made sure that they definitely get the ball into the goal on 12 occasions. Coco Harpin was lively. Annie Mather, well, waxed lyrical about her already. Sienna Richardson, good wing play we saw. Hannah Taggart was on the score sheet. Millie Cant, I think, got Exeter's first goal to make sure that they had some presence in this match. As, the rain really does come teeming down now. Amy Bolton, Sophie Ellis, the whole team deserving credit for this. And you know, one thing I like is that on the Exeter Instagram page, not only do they list the team, the squad playing the day, they list the supporting players as well who are here, and that is quite something special about BUCS. Players not part of the squad on the day, but they are there as support, and they are there in other capacities. You have volunteers that are part of the team, and come rain or shine, and of course we don't see all the training behind the scenes. We don't see what it's like building through the rounds when so much is at stake. Quarter-final, semi-final, and here the chance to come to Loughborough for BUCS glory. On the day, you just have to make the best of it because we know international experience flooding throughout both of the sides. But Exeter doing fantastically well on the day. Nottingham, yes, they were looking for a fourth crown in 5 years. Fortunately for them, the rain, a bit of a pathetic fallacy, getting soaked out there. But they, of course, they started the match off so well, didn't they? They found themselves 3-0 up, 5-1 up, and on so many occasions that has simply been the way the match has panned out. It's continued with that rhythm, and Anega and Johnson just looked brilliant, but maybe just taken a little bit by surprise by how quickly the confidence was flowing through Exeter. And although they did keep battling to respond, ultimately those in white had the lead at the end. Had we played on, every possibility that Nottingham could have found a way back. But as we know, we play for 60 minutes, we play for 4 quarters. What a thrilling match. Hope you've enjoyed it. And of course, the men's championship final coming up next. Great to see the sportsmanship, sporting rivalry between these two teams, but the handshakes and hugs come at the end. Nottingham will know that Exeter came in with such a brilliant record league-wise, and of course they won in October in the Sixes. This a different challenge, but beaten by a real quality team with a very experienced, excellent coach. And from a Nottingham point of view, the attention turns obviously to the men's match, which they go against Durham, but that will be a challenge. But one, like Mark Armstrong will be confident about approaching. So about an hour and a quarter away or so from that part of the live stream, of course. Do join us for that. But really hope you've enjoyed this match. I mean, extraordinary one to follow end to end. Sometimes when you get two big teams, just wary of the fact that it is a championship final and maybe one or two nerves. I don't think we sense much of those. Yeah, sometimes you can get the attacks just fighting for space. Maybe you might have expected it to be a little bit lower scoring, but not so. So we'll make that 23 goals scored in total in this women's championship final. Exeter with a dozen. A very happy Exeter team will have the chance to lift the trophy in just a moment's time. Wax lyrical about all the brilliant qualities that this match has had. Just having the chance to try and listen in to the Exeter team huddle, and a point just being made there by one of the team about the fact that they were 5-2 down and they didn't lose their heads, and that was crucial. Obviously they brought it back to 6-6 eventually. They stayed in at 7-7 and it was absolute pinball. But there was a real shift in mentality, you might say. At least they just got the chance to show what they were capable of before Nottingham had even further a lead down the road. Players getting rain-soaked, but I'm sure certainly the winning team won't mind too much. So you can see Nottingham with their runners-up medals around their necks. Exeter now collecting theirs. There's Anna Ashby getting hers. One of the best players on the day. Very strong in defence and great pace to come out from the back. He's impressed also by Annie Mather and Kitty Marvin alongside her sister, but really playing as a great unit. Now they're in formation, ready to lift the trophy. So Exeter are the BUCS champions, and player of the match goes to Kitty Marvin, number 8 there, and that's what the players are cheering. As I say, the two sisters, wonderful to have that in the same team, that connection. I'm sure very proud parents. So Exeter are the BUCS champions. 12-11 this evening here in Loughborough. Quality, the mentality that they showed to fight back in the match. 5-1 down and get it to 6-6. And, well, if I look back as a statistician, how many minutes did Exeter lead for? It won't be many compared to Nottingham. but oh so importantly, they had the lead right at the end. They got that extra goal as well, that 12th one, because Nottingham did find one right at the end. And I think that was important as well. So Exeter have their medals, they have their trophy, and they've got a spring in their step, a title that had eluded them. Beaten finalists last year by Nottingham, who have to accept that they've had their days in which they've been on the winning side. This time, it's those who've come from the southwest to be the best here in Loughborough.